Berserker versus the Undertaker. So
I was right.
About?
He tried to skewer him.
He did try to skewer him.
Yes. Perfect did the same cold cut joke that he did last week.
There's a lot of these.
In case you didn't hear it last time.
If it worked last week, let's do it again.
Yes.
So they're doing the intros. They hand the urn over to the referee, but then Mr. Fuji steals it from the referee. This distracts Undertaker, and Berserker lays out both Paul Bearer and the Taker with his shield. He hits him with a shield a bunch of times, and then he goes and gets his big Viking sword. And he raises it high in the air, and he whacks Undertaker with the flat part of it. What a horrible Viking.
Well, he wasn't trying to kill the guy yet.
Like, how do you not know how swords work?
Well, I don't know.
Remember all the times you saw Paul Burchill and said he's the worst pirate I ever saw?
Yes.
Paul Burchill was a much better pirate than the Berserker was a Viking. So the Undertaker's down on the mat. It's actually hysterical how they shot this. The Undertaker is down on the mat, and the Berserker raises the sword high into the air, pointy bit down. And what happened was the Undertaker dodged, and then Berserker thrust the sword down, and it stuck in the mat like a javelin. Now, the way they shot this was through clever close-ups and angles, so you couldn't quite tell. What clearly happened was they weren't fucking around with this. The Undertaker moved first, and then the Berserker jabbed the sword into the mat.
Yes, absolutely.
So they used, like I say, clever close-ups to make it look like the Undertaker just barely dodged. But they were not risking a guy actually getting run through with a sword on TV. So the beating continues, and Berserker's out there being the worst Bruiser Brody ever. All I can think was, the Undertaker worked with the actual Bruiser Brody. What must he have been thinking about this guy? Berserker hits a pile driver on the concrete, and they showed it from the opposite side of the ring, so I assume it looked terrible. And then Bear somehow got the urn back, and Taker revived, and he stalked the Berserker to the back. There was no finish.
You know, I can imagine, like, hardcore fans at the time just being infuriated with this. Like, first off, there's a fucking sword in the ring dude tries to stab a guy with. Then he gives him a pile driver on the cement that is not sold by The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because a magical urn has brought him back to life.
Yeah.
You know what? It got over.
Oh, it worked.
It worked.
There's nothing better you could do to sell Undertaker and Berserker around the horn.
And they went around the horn all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.